Ninja and John Henson here. You are watching the Huddle. March Madness right around the corner, and the marquee name this year is going to be Duke's Cooper Flagg. And even though you're a Tar Heel, John Henson, I just want to get your thoughts on him. So, sort of rate his season, what we've seen so far. He leads Duke in every statistical category that mentions. Rate his season so far with Duke. Was he everything that was advertised?
I think he was everything and more. I don't think we thought we would see him as such a high level scorer, and that right there, I think, is a credit to Duke's development and just his team really buying into him being the guy. I mean, during the conference play, he was shooting at almost a 50, 40, 90 clip. Like as a 6'10 forward that's 18 years old. Like Duke's top five in offense and defense. Like all the numbers show that they should probably be favored to win it. Um, and it's all Cooper Flagg, man. He passes, he shoots, he runs. His teammates love him. They've accepted that he's the man. And he may not be a Wimbyama type generational prospect, but I mean, he's right up there with the ADs and the Lucas and those type number one picks where he's going to come into a program or organization and change the trajectory of it. He's just that good, and he does it all. And he's got size. He can play the five. He's got a really good handle as well. And that 3-point shot coming along is just such a game changer because his strength was getting to the paint, driving, attacking, and passing. Now that he can shoot and he's shown that he can hit a shot, I mean, sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, I mean, you can see some clips now. Like he's putting the ball on the floor effectively. He's creating that open shot, like putting a shoulder down, like taking it to the rack. Like he's certainly got it all. So, talk to me about that, like Wembanyama comparison. What do you expect from him in the NBA? Is he going to be the next big thing and sort of the future and the face of the NBA moving forward alongside Wemby?
Yeah, I think it's such a situational spot. But if you're the number one pick in the draft, I think the team's job is to build around and make you comfortable and develop you in a way to make you successful. Because at the end of the day, the deal is $40 to $50 million. You're gonna have to pay him that. So you might as well squeeze everything out of it until you potentially have to pay him $300 million. So I love how New Orleans got a kind of a raw AD, right? And they just developed him, and now he's a face-up guy. He can drive, he can shoot, he shoots the three. I see that with Cooper Flagg. I think the team that gets him, they're going to put him in spots and put him in plays and sets. May not make him the offensive focal point yet, but I'll give you an example. With Anthony Davis, what they used to do is they would clear out one side on a pick and roll, and he roll out to the open side, and they let him play, right? I think this could be a similar type thing with Cooper Flagg. Let him play, let him grow. And like I said, his playmaking ability is probably his most underrated part of his game. So he's going to make people better around him. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought he would be good, but not this good.
So the last first overall pick to win the NCAA championship was Anthony Davis. Duke right now, as we sit here, it's Wednesday, March 5th. As we sit here, plus 340, same as with Auburn, same odds with Auburn. Would you back Duke and Cooper Flagg to win this year's March Madness? Do you see a path for them to win the whole thing?
Yeah, I know Auburn and Duke are going to be number one seeds, right? So you figure, I mean, it's going to be tricky because, see, Auburn's got to go to Alabama, which it doesn't matter. They won the SEC. Then they got to go to the tournament. So Auburn's going to have to probably win some games here just to like shore it up a little bit. But 40% of the last NCAA champions have been number one seeds. And there's like 9 teams that fit that criteria, like top 30 defense, top 20 offense. They're in that criteria as well. So I think for 370, you just take both. I don't know, take both. I don't know, and see what happens. But those are the two teams I think could win it. And when you look at Duke's analytics, I mean, they're the only team in the top 5 in offensive defense. So, you know, Malik Brown, who's coming off the bench for them, who's a really big part of their team defensively, versatility wise, he hurt his shoulder. So we'll see where that puts them. Because you're going to need everybody down the stretch. But as of now, man, Duke and Auburn look like the two best bets, and it's not even close.
Does it pain you as a Tar Heel to give Duke that much credit?
Well, my sister went to Duke, right? I've got some random Duke stuff around here that she left, so I see that Duke D sometimes. But it's basketball is basketball, and Carolina, we went to the finals a couple of years ago, Final Four. So I was able to chat about them. Duke just looks formidable. They're they're the second tallest team in college basketball, right? So they got pro size. The only slip up I could see maybe is relying on two freshmen to be your guys. Say you come up against a St. John's or Tennessee, which I don't know if you remember the Tennessee game, if you guys watched it, but Tennessee just bullied them like they're little kids, right? Because Cooper Flagg is still going to be 18 years old in his first NBA game, and Tennessee's got 4 24-year-olds, right? So that's the only place I can see them having an issue. But their talent wise, they're clearly one of the best teams.